Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Myself Dr. Akshay, and in today's session I'm going to be discussing about the topic transport proteins. If you guys want to learn more about the transport of substances through the cell membrane, then click subscribe and the bell icon. So let's do this together. Coming to the topic transport proteins. Cell membrane consists of large numbers of proteins. And many of these proteins penetrate all the way through the lipid bilayer membrane. And many of these penetrating proteins function as transport proteins. These transport proteins are of two types. One is channel protein and the second one is carrier protein. So channel proteins, see this figure? This is a channel protein and this is penetrating in nature. And this channel protein allows the transport of ions and water molecules with ease through the membrane. That too without the expenditure of energy. These proteins function as pores. These proteins allow ions and water molecules to pass through the membrane with ease without the expenditure of energy. So these channels permit ions such as sodium, potassium and calcium, as well as these channels will also allow transport of water molecules. These channels allow ions such as sodium, potassium and calcium. Along with that, these channels also allow the transport of larger molecules such as glucose through the cell membrane. Aquaporins, that which transports water molecules through the cell membrane, is an example for this channel protein. Next, coming to carrier protein. So see this figure. These are the carrier proteins. These carrier proteins will bind a solute on one side of the membrane and deliver it to the other side of the membrane with a change in conformation. And these proteins are highly selective. That means these carrier proteins will not allow each and every substances through the cell membrane. These carrier proteins can transport in two different means. One is active transport and another one is passive transport. These carrier proteins transport small inorganic ions and other small organic molecules passively down the electrochemical gradient. And these carrier proteins will also transport substances through active pathway. That is, from lower concentration to higher concentration against the concentration gradient with the help of ATP molecule. So some examples for these carrier proteins are, so the first one is amino acid transporter. This amino acid transporter transports amino acids through the cell membrane. And the second example is these carrier proteins transport hormones through the blood to the targeted organs. And the third example is dopamine transporter. This dopamine transporter is a sodium chloride dependent protein. The fourth example is sodium iodide symporter or sodium iodide cotransporter, which is a transmembrane glycoprotein. And the fifth one is GLUT1, which is a glucose carrier that transports glucose passively through the cell membrane. So that covers the topic transport proteins. I hope you guys learned about this particular topic. Thank you so much guys. Love you all guys. See you guys in the next session.